Hi guys, my name is Samantha Wilcox and I reviewed the movie Flags of Our Fathers, starring Ryan Phillippe as John Bradley, Jesse Bradford as Renee Gagnon, and Adam Beach as Ira Hayes.
You get it?
I don't know. I wish I could have seen their faces.
The right picture can win or lose a war.
You're gonna want to see this.
Now, this picture, people went crazy over it. The country was tired of war. One photo, almost all on its own, turned that around.
The movie is set in the war-ridden island of Iwo Jima, as well as the United States. These three men were the surviving flag raisers in the iconic photo taken when the Americans conquered Mount Suribachi during the Battle of Iwo Jima. When the photo hit the front page of newspapers across the country, American government officials demanded that the flag raisers be brought back to America to spearhead a bond campaign that would pull on the heartstrings of the public and fund the war effort.
States.
Here are the heroes of Iwo Jima.
Everybody wants to meet you guys. Just some simple things we want you to say. Mostly, buy bonds.
You know, I think this whole damn thing is a farce.
If we don't raise $14 billion, this war's over by the end of the month.
As far as us being the heroes of Iwo Jima, that's just not the case. The real heroes are dead on that island.
Despite the instant fame and recognition, not all the men enjoy it. They feel massive amounts of guilt since they are no longer fighting with their comrades but are instead safe and glorified by the American public. Also, Ira Hayes, a Native American, undergoes massive amounts of racism despite his heroic actions. It is later revealed that there were in fact 2 flags raised on Mount Suribachi that day, and that the men in the photo were not, in fact, those who were being paraded around America on a bond campaign. This only adds to the guilt of the soldiers, who feel as if they don't deserve the positive attention they have received. However, their efforts to improve bond sales are successful, and the Americans reigned victorious in World War II before the end of 1945. As time goes on, the soldiers become less and less relevant and go on to live their own lives. Bradley becomes a mortician, Ira descends into alcoholism to deal with his guilt, and Renee becomes a janitor. What started from humble beginnings ends humbly as well. I loved this film. Directed by Clint Eastwood, he does not shy away from the touchy subject of war and how the American government exploited the soldiers to increase donations from the public. Also, they don't sugarcoat the unabashed discrimination faced by Ira Hayes for his Native American heritage. I did have a problem with the way the Japanese were portrayed in this film. Coming from the American perspective, the Japanese warriors come across as heartless and with a lust for blood. However, I forgive this fact because Clint Eastwood directed an accompaniment film to Flags of Our Fathers titled Letters to Iwo Jima, which chronicled the same battle from the Japanese perspective. This film made me realize that the U.S. was willing to do anything to have the public perceive the war as a positive thing, and that they weren't in trouble, which really surprised me. Also, I didn't really know about what happened in Iwo Jima. I felt that this film was historically accurate in that it harnessed both the glamorized side to war as well as the gritty hand-to-hand combat. War isn't what you see in the papers, and I felt that Eastwood did a good job at showing that. Also, the fact that the soldiers all struggled with PTSD or some form of guilt after their ordeal also spoke to the time. Anyways, I would rate this film a 4 out of 5 stars. Great acting, great directing, but I don't know if I would pay to see it in the movie theater. Overall, a great film.